Well, I first met John and heard about VIP2 at Leadership Arkansas, which I was in class 10. And John was our last day session. And I just really connected with what he was saying about business culture and about the way you have to look at who you hire based on values and not so much completely on experience. And I was very impressed and pretty quickly gave him a call and said that we'd love to talk to you about ways you could potentially help the Museum of Discovery. I'm very impressed with John professionally and personally. I admire all that he's done, all the things that he actually left to pursue this passion. And it's just been, I was, again, very impressed on every way I could be impressed. And so I went through the session myself and I immediately said, we've got to do this for the entire museum. So we've now put all our leaders through VIP2 University and all of our employees through VIP2 Employee. And we will, continue to pursue that relationship. It's made a huge difference for us. It really has. I'd say that our employee satisfaction scores, which we never had an employee satisfaction survey, and VIP2 and John and the team put that together for us. Our scores, we've now done 3 surveys and they have increased dramatically. And we're proud of that. I was naive enough to think, I've been around the business world for a long time, that business culture would just sort of happen on its own. And that we're all adults, we're all professionals, and so we're all gonna just be happy and everything's gonna be great. And I was really naive about that. So John helped me understand that you gotta really be deliberate and focus on it. And so, again, thanks to VIP2, we now have, again, besides the training, we have an employee satisfaction survey, we have an upward feedback survey, and then we also now have an employee, or actually a culture guide. So we've forced us, which we needed to be forced, to determine our core values and then to put a lot of action steps and expectations below that. So it's been a great exercise all the way around. We're extremely happy with the whole process and with the whole team. When we got the first results of the survey, we had our worst scores were on our new employee orientation, and that's because we didn't have any. I was one strongly agreed it was wonderful. That was probably me. I don't remember for sure, but so it just, again, we rolled out an new employee orientation. We put all of our employees through it since no one had been through it, and it's been a big hit. We got some lower scores on communication. I used to sometimes cancel our weekly staff meetings if I was busy or didn't feel like we had a lot to talk about, and we don't ever cancel those now. In fact, when I'm not in town, they have them anyway. We have a person take notes and sends those out, so people are much more informed about what's going on. The whole process has kind of led us to focus on the things we needed to focus on. And I think sometimes you can think you're doing the right things, but until you have a survey or you have a process, you don't really realize that you need to focus on it, be deliberate about it, and make it happen. Well, I would say that John's a man of high integrity, again, personally and professionally, and that he really gets at the heart of what's going on within your business and helps you understand the things that you need to address and in just ways to make people feel better about working where you work. I mean, that's my biggest thing, is I want people who work at the Museum of Discovery to enjoy the experience. And the things that John Harrison has helped us and the whole VIP2 team has helped us do make people like working at the museum a lot. Technically, John Harrison is a consultant, but he's like no other consultant I've worked with. Because yes, we sign up for trainings, we sign up for surveys, and those have a moderate and actually fairly small cost, but John's always available. I mean, he is a phone call, a text, an email away. He'll meet you for coffee, he'll meet you for breakfast, he'll meet you after work, and none of that is a hourly expense. I mean, it's just part of John's nature that he wants to make sure everything's going okay. And it's not just me, I'm the CEO of the museum, but we have many employees and almost all of our managers who reach out to John on a fairly regular basis when they have an issue, a question. In fact, pretty soon here in a minute, I'm about to tell him about one. So, but no, I really, again, I admire John so much personally. If we weren't even in a business relationship together, I would think he's a cool guy. And again, I really respect how he got to this place, all the experience he had at Caterpillar and all that he's done in his life, and his decision to walk away from that career to help others is very, noble and it's impressive, and we'll be friends forever, no matter what happens with our relationship from a business perspective, or what I end up doing, if I ever do anything different than working at the Museum of Discovery, he'll always be my friend.